adding to your course content buttons. So now you have all of these buttons that link to different pages. For example, this science button, when I click it, links to my science page. It's currently empty. I want to add stuff to my science page so my students can see it, and maybe even my parents. So the first thing that I want to do, on each of the pages to the top right, you'll see Edit View. Only you, as the course administrator, can see this button. Your students will not see it. So I'm going to click Edit View, and that allows me to see the edit options to my science page. At the top menu bar, you see a bunch of things. There's an Add Item, Add Folder, External Link, Course Link, Test, or even Learning Unit, which is how you would add an assignment, a survey, a blog, or a wiki, or a podcast episode. Let's first look at organizing each of these buttons. I suggest that in each button you design a organizational system so you don't just have everything right here up in the first window. So what I would do, which I've done in my courses, under each folder I create subfolders. So for example, this is science. I'm going to click on the Add Folder option to add a folder for all of this science material for maybe Unit 1, which might be light. So I'll click Folder. I'm going to name this Light. I can choose the color as text, as black. I can describe this folder, but I don't need to. I could make it available. I could track how many times people see it. Or I could make it only visible during certain points of the year. I really am going to ignore everything on this page except the name. So I typed in light, I hit submit, I press OK, and now in that science window I have now a folder called light. If you click back on display view, you'll see that what a student would see would be in this science folder is another folder for light. Okay, I'm going to go back to edit view. I want to make a second folder, maybe for my next unit. I'll click folder. I'll click and type oceans and keep all of my material related for oceans and submit and OK. Now I've got two different folders inside of the science page. Just like your course menu, you have different buttons to the sides where you can modify, manage, copy, or remove. For now, you don't really have to worry about any of these things. So now you're in your science folder button. I'm going to click on light. And now I'm in the light folder. And now it's empty, but I can begin to put information about light in here. If you look to the top left, you could see the pathway in which you've taken, so you know how to get back here. So you see I started at Fisher, which is your main page. Then I clicked on the science button, and then I clicked on the button for light. So to get back to the same spot, I could go back to my main page, thinking I need to click on the science button, then the light button, and that brings me back here. If I want to now add something to this page, I click on Edit View, and I decide now what am I going to add to each page. And you can continue doing this by adding folders to your pages. The most important thing is creating a folder system that's easy to figure out so your students don't get lost. I like to set up one folder at a time, science, go to edit view, and then add subfolders, and then maybe subfolders within those that will contain each piece of material you want to have that relates to that button. And we'll take a look at how you'd add other things in the next video.